drop his health all the way to 75 HP. Varian goes down. RPG from Grem waiting to land. It's gonna hit. T-Mills is down. Slothy is down. Nightmare once again. A very efficient team fight.
We're moving over to the other side of things where Cash Out B is being stolen by the Nightmare. They are running into...
How have they done that? That is a crucial steal coming out from Nightmare, and I don't believe that Steppers have just allowed that to happen.
Yeah, the cash is so tight right now. Gremlin, Lasagna,
Wow.
They are here. That was the fastest I've ever seen his team get wiped to 6 feet under. Goes 6 feet under, and for now, it is going to be Nightmare in control.
There's still everyone up and ready to fight here. Down goes the dome. Oh my god, some shots coming out from Kip. Can he get the kill? No, he can't. The support is there for Gremlin, and Zuki trying to get the backstab. Last one alive, taken out. This is Nightmare's Cash Out.
First of all, welcome to this lovely little interview. Guys, start by introducing yourself.
Well, I'm Lasagna. I'm the medium for Nightmare. I've been playing the finals basically since like season 1 and have competed since the very beginning except Breakout and have placed very, very fucking well.
I am Gremlin. I am the heavy for Nightmare. I have been playing on and off since season 1. I've gotten multiple podium placements. I've been on multiple different teams.
And of course, Uni isn't here. A little bit of timing problems, but no worries. Hopefully one day we'll get to have a chat with him. I want to talk about, and first of all, congratulate you guys for being picked up by Nightmare. It is a huge achievement to be picked up by a pro team. What was that initial conversation like, and why did they feel that you were the team, you were the group for Nightmare?
Well, initially we had multiple orgs contact us, and we were gonna wait until near like after we called for majors to choose an organization. Because the more we waited, the more valuable we were to an organization in general. The main thing that happened though was Nightmare was super negotiable, so we got a really good contract from our perspective. So like we really just had no problem just like signing that in there instead of just waiting. So they've been really good to us. Also, they've been very helpful, very friendly. They always chat with us. We've also have never had a problem with them, so I'm glad we signed with them. But the main thing was we were gonna wait, but the things they just gave us was just too good. Just
And they also, I was very appreciative of how early they came into the scene relative to some of these other orgs. They contacted us like pretty early, and they were very persistent with us. So yeah, that was also like a big point for us.
I think the same. Yeah.
Now, I have to quickly draw our attention back to season 1. Of course, the Nightmare squad, particularly you, Lasagna, and Uni, came in. You found yourself second amongst the NA region. We've just wrapped up the play day for this season 2, and you're currently seeded number 1. We're about to go into champs, which is going to seal that deal, hopefully for you guys. How does it feel to be seeded number 1?
To be typically honest, this is probably not gonna sound super exciting to say. Out of the 11 tournaments me and Uni have played in, there's only been one tournament that we haven't gotten podium. So season 0 PHL, season 1, season 2, like it's kind of just expected for us to get first, second, or third. Like it's not really like it doesn't feel anything different than like what we usually do.
And building off of that, we work really hard. Like we try to scrib, we try to VOD review. We were like jumping on the coach thing immediately. So we like, for us to get anything lower than podium placement is just like really bad for our standards. So being able to be in this first seed position and potentially win the whole thing is just, it's right where we want to be at.
Talking of being NA seeded number 1, the major is a month away at the time of this recording. A little over a month, about a couple of days. What do you, when facing against European squads, there's always this narrative of a different style. Why is that narrative so true, and how do you adapt to fight against European styling?
That's I don't think it's really like something to adapt to unless they're playing like Sledge or they're playing like off meta, because NA and EU pretty much play the same meta pretty similarly now. It used to be where like heavies were played like barricades and stuff like that, but that's no longer a thing. They usually copy our meta and like usually try and follow what we do. I think the main issue is NA has way more team coordination than EU does because of language barriers and like time issues. and how close community NA is comparatively to like EU. Like NA, we're all close to each other, so we scrim each other every single day for multiple hours, comparably to EU. So I think that's like I don't really think it's like an adapting playstyle type of thing. I think it's just like we're kind of just better at this moment because of multiple situations, not typically of just skill, but just like team coordination, language barriers.
Now that the EU people have crossed like the meta barrier that was kind of keeping them from reaching NA skill, it's more of like just talking to other EU teams. There's been a lot of like ego barriers with how they scrim, where it's like one team will just straight up ice out and gatekeep from everyone else, and it really just slows down EU progression, and it just makes it so much harder for them to compete. Whereas NA is just constantly like every day scrimming, scrimming, scrimming.
Now, I want to talk a bit about APAC. I know from initial chats you don't know much, but from the information that has been provided, do you see the APAC region being a threat in the major, or is this a clean sweep scenario against them?
I don't feel that like they're gonna be a threat. Are they gonna be surprising for sure? I think they're gonna put like a good gameplay. I don't think like people in APAC like are coming in to lose and just like not try at all. They're probably scrimming each other all day, every day. Because I know a lot of I know Gunhee from like he's a Korean. He qualified the first team to qualify. I knew him from season 3, season 4. We used to play together and play against each other all the time, and like all his friends, and that's the friends that qualified, and they were good. They were good. And they had like they probably are more developed in comm wise because people usually in APAC have their comms are just so good. Like, have you ever seen like Overwatch or like Valorant teams? Like the way they comm together is fucking amazing. But I think just like meta wise and skill wise, they're just not there yet. So I don't think they're gonna be a threat.
Based off VODs I've seen from the APAC tournaments, they got like they have ban systems where you can kind of see like what they're target banning as kind of their more dangerous priorities, where they're banning like things like goo gun, and they'll run like turret, which it's a little off-putting. It kind of makes me think that they're not going to be the craziest threat, but they definitely could turn up and be surprising. But just from what I've seen, probably not.
We're on this topic of the major. There's going to be hopefully a big audience looking at you, not only in person but online. Have you started to prepare? Are you scared of the audience? What's your feeling about being on a live stage now?
I don't think scared is the right word to use. I think excited would be differently because I think excited and nervousness go hand to hand. Especially with the live audience watching you, I think everyone's going to be nervous, especially if it's not their first time going to a LAN event. I think the main thing is once we get to Sweden, um, just continuously like once we hop into the game, just to not like
So because it might be my whole team's first LAN event. I'm not sure, but it's definitely mine. So I'm gonna be pretty nervous. But the finals is a mental game. I think mental is like the strongest thing a team could have is a good mental. So as long as we are able to keep our good mental and like Laz was saying, communicate with each other, I think we should be fine. We should be able to help each other out with that, the nervousness.
I want to draw back to the past. I like to talk about the past. I want to get to know you guys personally, not just
mm,
as the professional players, but a little bit of how we got to where we are. And I'm curious to know what was the first ever game you played, and then what was the game in your lifetime that made you super competitive?
I first started off. I think everybody has started off with like a Call of Duty game, like MW2, like Call of Duty 4, or something of that manner. I started playing MW2 and Black Ops 1 like when I was like 7, 8 years old, and just completely fell in love with gaming. Like getting nukes and stuff and Call of Duty and stuff, and then I moved on to different games until I became semi-pro, I guess, in Fortnite. Like I had like 10K earnings in total in Fortnite, and then I stopped playing video games for 3 years and then like completely didn't play a video game for 3 years. Did like focused on real life, and then I saw the finals came out, tried it, and then I became addicted. And then here we are.
I started off in Fortnite for I was a laptop gamer for the first few years. I got probably 2,000 hours in casual Fortnite on just a laptop, compounded over like 4 years or something. Um, I played that basically completely casual, And then I got a PC and I started playing Rust, which is an interesting game with an interesting community, but it is entirely focused on competitive. So that's where I kind of got my competitive nature of just like advantages over people. I was playing solo, so like everything I would do would have to be an advantage. So it was pretty competitive. But I first started the finals mid season one. I was a little bit late. I was really good at it. I got into the comp scene early. But it just compounded from there. The game's really fun. So yeah.
I'm gonna want you guys to imagine you're in Bark right now. You're looking at the next patch for the biggest update. What would you guys, as professionals, want to see in the next big season? May that be weapons, gadgets, maps, or even mechanics. What do you want Embark to put forward into the next update?
What would be really cool would be like probably like a Stockholm Castle map or something similar to that. Or like just like a old like castle, and you just like run around, and it's like pretty much broken down. And maybe like wall running would be pretty cool. Like running across a wall, like at that type of feature in the map. Like I don't know if you know like the BO3 Shadows of Evil, where you run across and like pack a punch. Something similar to that would be pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know.
I got a lot for this one. It's a lot of balance changes though. Just balance changes wise, they gotta nerf the 93R. It's been virtually untouched the entire game's duration. It's broken. But yeah, nerf that. They should also limit grenade capacity to 1 across all grenades. That would fix glitches, that would fix smoke grenades, that would fix goo grenades. Just 1 grenade. Lower the cooldown, that's fine. 1 grenade. That would be perfect. They also could think about adding a way to customize your sight in like let's say TDM, or like just customizing the sight on your gun so you don't have to make a whole new character or leave a game to change your sight. That would be very, very helpful for quality of life.
You're gonna put yourself out of the Embark shoes, but this time as a team owner. You're individually both now team leaders of Nightmare. You can't pick anybody who's currently on the roster, but with no geographical restrictions, who's on that roster?
So we can't pick ourselves.
You could not pick yourselves, no.
Can I pick Gremlin or no?
No.
Okay, so I
It-
basically can crush it. I would just pick MV Sim. To be fair, yeah, I would just pick MV Sim if it's not my team. Like I would just grab Busy SC and Stu.
Okay. I would stray away from that. I would like to make a super team of absolute aim assist. So I would probably get oh man, but I can't choose lasagna. I would probably
Yeah.
get Varian on medium. I would get Stu J on light. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Probably Lamp on heavy. Lamp, Varian, Stu. That would be a good team.
Really strong rosters. I honestly don't want to go against any of them personally. I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day for coming along. Before I end it all, do you guys have anything else you want to say before we end this?
Is there anything else you would like to ask us?
I think we covered a lot of it.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Well, definitely make sure you buy their bundle. I'm surprised they didn't even say that. Buy the Nightmare bundle. Make sure you're rocking it on screen, and don't forget to tweet out about it because that is the best way to show Nightmare's presence. And guys, good luck at the major.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you
thank
very
you.
much.